Welcome to Oracle F1 channel. In this video tutorial, we are going to discuss about Oracle database startup sequence and startup and shutdown modes. I have come up with brief notes and explanation what is happening in the beginning and the background, the database while starting up and shutdown modes. Let's go for the tutorial. Here is the tutorial agenda. First, the overview. Next, the Oracle database architecture diagram. The startup sequence in Oracle database. Oracle startup command example. Oracle shutdown command example. Startup and shutdown modes of an Oracle database. Summary and then references I have used. Okay, let's go to the tutorial. Here is the overview. In this tutorial, you will learn how to use the Oracle startup command and start an Oracle database instance, and also various modes of startup and shutdown commands to operate an Oracle database. Okay. To start a database instance, you use the startup command. Here is a startup. When the Oracle database starts an instance, it goes through the following stages: no mount, and open. No mount, instance started; mount, database mounted; open, database opened. Okay, the startup command allows you to control the stage of the database instance. Stage 1, no mount stage. In the no mount stage, Oracle carries the following steps. First, sets the server parameter file in the default location. You can override the default behavior by using specified RP file parameters in the startup command. Next, read the parameter file to get the values of initialization parameters. Then allocates the system global area SGA based on the initialization parameter settings. After that, start the Oracle background process such as SMON, PMON, and log writer. Finally, open the alert log and trace files and record all the explicit parameters to the alert log and the valid parameter syntax. At the no mount stage, Oracle does not associate the database with an instance. Okay. Stage 2, mount stage. In the mount stage, Oracle associates the database with an instance. In other words, the instance mounts the database. The instance carries the following steps to mount a database. First, get the name of the database control files specified in the control files instruction parameter. Second, open the control files. Third, find the name of the data files in the online read log files. When the database mounted, the database only available to the database administrator, not all the users. Let's move on. Stage 3, open stage. In the open stage, Oracle performs the following actions. First, open the online data files and table spaces other than the undo table spaces. Then, select an undo table space. The instance uses default undo table space if a table space is specified in the undo table space initialization parameter. Otherwise, it will select the first available undo table space. Finally, open the online read log files. When the Oracle opens a mounted database, the database is available for normal operations to the users and users. Okay, here is the following picture illustrated of the Oracle database startup process. You can see here. These are the startup shutdown. Normally, the database will be shut down. While starting up, it will go for no mount, parameter fields read, memory selected, background process started, and then it will go for mount, control fields is read, data fields is visible but not read all users, the required stage, and then open, data fields is integrated verified, data field is missing as its stage, and mount, data files is not available to users. It's a clear and as an illustrated picture for you guys. And then here is a startup command example. The basic syntax of startup command is follows. Startup, it's by default normal startup open mode. It is equivalent to startup the database instance open stage. Startup open, you want to the startup instance in specific stage, you can use the following syntax startup stage. For the examples to start up a database instance no mount state, you can use the following command startup no mount. To bring the database to the next stage, you use to all database statement. For example, the statement brings the database as a no mount to mount stage. You have to use this command all database mount. So here is the startup summary. Briefly, I have put a diagram. So startup, read the SV file, P file, no mount, and then read the control files, its mount and data files, and relocks, it's open. So here is the background process, no mode. Here is the background process of it, memory pools, SG allocate. Alright? And then here is the example. Step 1, launch SQL Plus program SQL Plus SysDB, like log into the Oracle database as SysUser and issue the shutdown immediate command, shutdown the database. It will go to the shutdown immediate, database closed, database dismounted, Oracle instance shutdown. Step 3, start the database instance normal mode at open stage. SQL Plus SysDB, okay, it is going to start up, it will start that database mounted and database opened, SG allocated. So Oracle instance started. Okay. Step 4, shut down the instance again. Shut down immediate, it will go for that database closed, database dismounted, Oracle instance shut down. So here is the shutdown diagram. You can easily understand. That will open database, it will close, and then no mode and shut down. Okay, that is what database closed, database dismounted, database instance shut down. Alright. Step 5, start the database instance and mount state. Specifically, what we need to start up the database, like startup mount, it will start the mount state. You can check that status of that querying VDLR instances like that. Select instance name, hostname, login, startup time or status from VDLR instance. It will say like so. Database started, mounted state. Okay. Finally, check the state of the database. We execute in the following statement. Now the database is open and available for normal operations. You can check for that alter database open, it will go for that open mode. So you can see here, I did alter database open. Here it is alter serlab, database name, read write mode, archive log mode, instance name serlab, host name, and the logins allowed, startup time, and status open. Now we are going to discuss about the startup and shutdown modes of the Oracle database. Here is the various startup and shutdown modes available in Oracle database. How many of you know and aware of this? But it's especially for the Oracle beginners, Oracle DBA beginners and freshers. It will be helpful in this video. Okay, an Oracle database can be started with various modes. Each mode is used by DBAs to perform some specific operations in the database. Alright, no mode stage, command to start the database in no mode state. Okay, you can in SQL prompt startup no mode, the DBA use the no mode state to create an Oracle database to then recreate control file on an existing database. So this is the no mount stage. We can use this too. And then mount state, the mount your database directly from shutdown state, we issue startup mount. Otherwise, to a mount database from started state, no mount state, then we have to issue a command like alter database mount. If you already started that database no mount stage, startup no mount, then you have to issue the command alter database mount. If you want to straight away come to startup mount, you have to put a command startup mount. Now, number 1, the mount state is used to recover database that is crashed to do media failure. Number 2, the mount state is also used by the DBA to enable archiver process. Number 3, it is used by the DBA to create a standby control file for configuring a standby database using DataCat. Okay, what is the purpose of this mount state? We can use this following 3 importance findouts. And then open state. We can open an already mounted database by below command. Already we have startup mount or alter database mount like that. Now the database will be mounted. Now we can issue the command like alter database open. We can directly go from shut database and open database by typing the command startup. If it is startup normal operations like startup normal, it will start up with the database in normal mode. When we open a database, Oracle will open each data file one at a time, and opening data file, Oracle will check the SCN in the file, SCN in the file header with the SCN in the control file header. Both the data file header and control file header, the SCN will be matched up, then the database will be get opened. If all the SCN in the DB are matched with the SCN in the control file, then the DB can be opened for the use. But if any other file is not matching with the control file, then the Oracle will ask to recover that file. The database cannot be opened. Hope you understand at this point. Then another mode, startup restrict. If you start an Oracle database restricted mode, then only the users who have to restricted session privileges will be able to connect to the database. For all the having the restricted session privilege to the user, if you put a startup restrict the database, that restricted privileges who are all having that privileges that the user only can be able to connect the database. Okay, here is the commands startup restrict. You want to unrestrict alter system disable restricted session. If you want to re-restrict alter system enable restricted session. So we can do it on three of these commands. And suspending a database. If you want to suspend all IO operations in the database, we need to issue a command like alter system suspend. So then you can check that what is the mode of database status now. Select database and the status from VDollar instance. Here it is showing suspended. And then you want to resume it, alter system resume. So now all the IO operation will be resumed in the application user. Now we can check the select database underscore status from VDollar instance. The database status is active. So all the IO operation will be allowed for the application users. Right? Shutdown modes in Oracle. Earlier we discussed what we discussed in shutdown modes. Now it is shutdown modes in Oracle. Shutdown normal or shutdown or shut. When this command is issued, then the Oracle will not allow any new connection session to the database and will wait until all the existing session log off. Thereafter, it will save all the committed transactions and shut the database, shut down the database. A common SN number will be updated to control files and data files before the database shuts down. While we issue the shutdown, it will go for the shutdown, normal shutdown. It will be at the time the SCN system change number will be updated in control file header and data file header before the database shutdown because of that database consistency. Shutdown immediate. Next one. When this command is issued, then the Oracle will not allow any new connection sessions to the database, will forcefully disconnect the session connected user from the database and roll back all our uncommitted transaction and shut down the database. A common SN number will be updated control file and database before the database shuts down. Okay. All right. Shutdown transaction. When this command is issued, then the Oracle will not allow any new connection and session to the database and will wait for the users to commit rollback their open transaction, after which will shut the database. A common SN number will be updated control file header and data file header before the database shuts down. Alright. Hope you clear this point. Shutdown abort. When this command is saved, then Oracle will not allow any new connection sessions to be databases will kill all the instances in an abrupt manner. When this command is issued, all the uncommitted transactions will be lost and Oracle will not be able to update and common SCN to all the files of the database. When we restart the DB after shut abort, then the Oracle S1 will have to perform a crash recovery. Shut abort is used when we have loss of files to IOS level. Okay. And then we cannot use a normal shutdown, as Oracle will always write unsaved data to that file before shutting to the database. But in the case of our files are lost to Oracle cannot find the files to write the data into the SGA. Before shutdown, therefore, it will not allow the database to shut. So we have to shut down abort. Alright. Startup force. This command will perform shut abort and then execute a startup. This command must be avoided. It's called for a crash recovery. This command must be avoided as it's called for a crash recovery. Okay, one important thing, one important note. Whenever we are shutting a database in normal way, then before shutting the Oracle database, Oracle will write the common SCN to the data file headers of the data files and to the control files. But in case of the shut abort, Oracle does not get a chance to write the common SCNs. Thus, when we restart the database, then Oracle will find that the SCN does not match for the data files and control file. Thus, Oracle will call SMON to perform a crash recovery or instance recovery. Hope you guys understand this point. Alright. Summary. In this tutorial video, you all have learned how to start a database instance using the Oracle startup command and the Oracle startup and shutdown various modes discussed in details. Hope you all understand what is happening in that video. In the startup and shutdown command, I will give you an example and demo in this video. I have used the references from this is the Oracle documentation site. Okay, I will I will give you an example demo. So I have already database opened. I will take up another session. I will guys, you can understand what is happening in the alert log. We can monitor what is happening in that while starting up and starting down. Okay, I'll show you in that demo. Okay, now I'm going to issue that shutdown immediate. What is happening here? You can see database, the files getting closed, database get dismounted, database shut it down. Can in built-in it is issuing the command all database close normal, database dismount. So instant shutdown complete. So you can see here Oracle is shutting down. Okay, then you come out, you can see here the process won't run. So no process. Okay, go Oracle CD. Okay, now SQL plus as SDBA. So now the database is completely shut down, right? So now you can see here SQL plus SDBA, when you are issuing this statement command, it is going to the connected to idle instance. Now what we will do, we will start stage by stage. Startup no mount. So it will go up to SP file and P file it will read. SP file will read and it won't touch on that control file. Instance will be started. Next, we have already started. Next, what we will issue, we can start up mount directly as well, but I'm going to give an example of here alter database mount. Okay, now at this stage it will read the control file. Okay, you can see, so it's reading, starting archive process. Okay, slab mounted. Okay, at this stage it will read up to that control file header. Okay, it will read the control files. Now we will issue that alter database open. It will read control file header SDNs and data file header SDN and read log file header SDNs. All the SDN will be matching up. Then only it will go for the open stage. Otherwise, if any of that instance SDNs not matching with that control file header, data file header and read log files header, it will go to that. It will stay simply still saying with the mounted state. It will not go open to the database. Okay, we will issue that command alter database open. You can see now it is reading read log file, control file header and data file header. It will reading. Database is going to open. If any of the file SCNs will not be matched up, the database not get opened. So you can see pluggable database, open read write, it is issuing. So there is nothing in because we did normal shutdown, complete shutdown immediate. It is normal shutdown. If you do shutdown abort, it will go for that instance recovery or crash recovery. Okay, yeah. Now the database now get opened. Now you can see name, open mode, log mode, logins, startup time, status from host name, from VidaLab instance, VidaLab database. You can see here database open read write, log mode archive log, logins allowed, startup time, and open host name. Yeah, this is what. So that's all, my friends. This is what we have discussed in this video. This will be very helpful for who are all interested to learn the Oracle database, the beginners and freshers, Oracle DBAs. So we have discussed in the detailed manner in this tutorial. Okay, thanks for watching Oracle F1 channel. Kindly subscribe, and we will meet in next video with an interesting subject. Thank you all.